Okay, so
I am 32 years old. I have a baby, which is now 6 months old. And I worked before I got the baby, and I have a husband who is 10 years older and who is very, that drives me crazy, very cool. And he always reproaches me that I'm not doing the household very well, and there's crumbs on the floor when he comes home. He takes and he says, I'm doing this and this and this.
He has
and I
a
come
list.
home, I don't have free time.
He
you know.
has a
and
list.
Always this criticism. It drives me crazy.
Well, perhaps if
I'm
you
doing
tried
everything
hard-
I can.
Well, that's not enough. Clearly, what he says.
Yeah, not enough.
Well,
I think it's enough, but he doesn't see.
maybe you have low standards. He has higher standards than
He's
you.
a perfectionist. You are right.
Well, this is the thing. Maybe since he is so intelligent and he works without flaws, he expects the same from you.
Yeah, but he's not emotionally intelligent. You know, he doesn't console when I'm very sad and when I'm. You know, my baby is almost not sleeping in the night.
Well, that's babies. You know, sleep. Excuse me.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
so I'm really, really upset and sad.
Well, that's babies. They, give sleep deprivation to parents.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's so terrible. You know,
sleep during
my
the day
nerves,
and scream at night.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's such a nice boy, and I wanted to have the baby, you know.
So.
But my husband, he didn't want to marry.
No.
He didn't want to have a family.
No.
And so 2 years
So
ago,
you forced him to marry.
I said, look, since I want a family, and that's my life concept.
Yes.
And I have to separate from you if you are not. Well.
But that's typical of
But
what
he agreed
women's.
then.
Well, he agreed, of course. The mafiosi get a lot of agreements by sticking a gun to, are
The
you going?
mafiosi? Who is a mafiosi?
Well, I mean, just saying this is sort of extortion. He probably felt that, a gorgeous creature like you, he could not live without. You say, I want a ring on this finger, and I want a baby, I want to lay the big egg, and I want a house, and I want.
What's wrong with it?
Well,
No, that's quite normal. Other women do it too.
Millions,
But he always
hundreds
reproaches
of
me
millions.
things.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why so many men look so grumpy. All they wanted was a little fun, and the next thing you know, they have
But
to
life is
pay.
not only a little fun.
What?
You have to take responsibility.
Oh, boy, you
And
sound.
no, I'm so I would leave him if I could.
Well,
He's always so cool and collected and
cool, calm, and collected.
right.
Yes,
Yes, and unemotional.
rational. He probably says.
He has emotions. To the
Logic.
kid, to Benno, he has emotions. But to me, there's no good word. There's no compliment. There's no feeling.
Well,
nothing.
Benno didn't, force him into something he didn't want.
I didn't force him. That was
Well,
his
that's-
free wish or will
Oh, wow, yeah, but
okay,
free,
it was a
you know.
contract, something
Yeah,
like
do you
that.
want to starve to death, sexually with no pussy for the rest of your life, or do you want to marry me? This is the way guys hear it,
Yeah, we don't have any sex now because I sleep in the children's.
So he married to have sex regularly, and now he gets none of it. This is
It's
why.
not possible. I have to sleep in with Benno in the same room because he's every hour or 2 hours. Now at the moment his teeth.
Teething coming in. Ooh, the poor babies. You can get stuff that kind of numbs their little gums. Yeah.
Yeah, but
The
he has sleep
pediatrician
disturbances, and I tried everything. I was every physician I was there, and that's also a thing. I do so many things for my son,
Yes.
and my husband doesn't.
So
appreciate
this
it,
is
you know.
typical. Husbands feel that once the baby comes, then they are playing second fiddle.
That's normal in the
women
first,
would rather.
every mother.
But women, they did a research study, found out most women would rather be a mother than be a wife.
Yeah, at the moment it is like that.
Unfortunately, a lot of them have to become wives before they can become mothers.
But we are both disappointed. We don't.
Exactly.
We don't give any more love to each other.
Yes.
And we yell at each other. Almost every day we have a quarrel. And
yes.
Yeah.
Only
discussion.
a quarrel per day. Some of them.
Oh well, at the
have
weekend
5 to 10.
more.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah.
Make up for that. All right.
The weekends he takes care of the baby in the night from Sunday, from Friday to Saturday, from Saturday to Sunday. Yeah, but he reproaches this also to me.
Right.
You
like
know,
you're
everything
the
he
mother,
does, he says, do this.
Yes.
And I say, but I do more.
Well, of course you're a mother. I mean, mothers do more than fathers. Fathers just stick it in and squirt, and 9 months later, where did this thing come from? They don't make the connection. And then women say, looks just like you, Heinrich. It looks, all the women say, it looks just like you. Doesn't look anything like him. Looks like the man who delivers the whatever, the thing. But all the women all around the world say, it looks just like you. My father had 12 children, well, by my mother. And people would say, he'd say, a baby has a face like a clenched fist.
Yeah, some babies.
Some. Well, the rest of them look like Winston Churchill. Yeah. And father said,
I looked like my mother's mother-in-law.
Oh God. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
But what shall I do? I'm so unhappy.
This is marriage. Well,
is that all?
Well, did your mother and father still play hide the salami after you came?
I didn't ask them.
Is he there? Probably were too embarrassed to. What's that?
I should ask them.
Well, yes, you could ask them. So, did you two have the ultimate experience after you had me? Ask them.
But that's not my point. My point is that I don't feel loved from him, by him. I don't feel accepted. I don't feel appreciated. He comes home. We have lean communication. Only give me the blah, blah, blah. Did you make the milk? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It's instrumental messages. Pass the butter. We communicate. Pass the butter. Where are my socks?
I never should have married him. I should separate from him. But who takes then I have even more to.
There you go. Who wants that? How old are you now again?
32.
30. Jesus. Who wants a 32-year-old bag with a kid?
Come on.
Well, I'm just saying.
There are other women also who marry a second time.
Yeah, but guess how they do it?
How?
Well, guess what, they kind of offer the man. None of this, you sleep in another bedroom, and then on the weekend, you take care of the kid, and then you get none of that stuff. Boy, guys would say, are you off your drugs or something, or what? Most guys, they wouldn't put up with this. A dirty house, a squalling brat, no pussy.
Not dirty at all.
Right.
That's his standard.
No mushy.
He's so picky, All
right,
he comes home and sees every crumb.
And no sex and stuff like that. He might tolerate a little more crumbs if he got more sex. A lot of guys do that. They'd easily exchange a little less housekeeping for a lot more sex. Most guys would do that. Okay, yeah.
That's so banal.
Banal, yeah, of course, but that's men's mentality.
His mentality, yeah.
Yes.
His third level would raise as soon as he gets more sex.
Exactly, he would be much more tolerant. I mean, not so that the fluff balls around the house were as big as soccer balls or anything like that, but
for me, it's clean, and he is more.
For him, what do you think the no sex routine is?
No sex routine?
Yeah.
How he judges?
He's probably having, what do you think you say? For you, the house is clean enough. What for him? How's the bedroom? The lonely bedroom with you're sleeping in the other bedroom. What do you think he thinks of that?
He doesn't like it, I presume.
Oh, yeah, and so what? He deserves what he gets because he criticizes me, so no pussy for you.
I'm worn out. I can't. I have no energy anymore.
Exactly, you can tell him.
Yeah, I tell him every day.
You can tell him my pussy died.
No, it didn't die.
Well,
I'm
hibernation.
tired. I'm tired.
In hibernation.
Hibernation.
Yeah.
No,
That's the Winterschlaf, you know, that bears going up. Okay, great, so your pussy's going to sleep. You know. How many months now?
As long as Benno is here.
How long has been? I can keep asking these questions.
Six months, and before 3 months before the.
So 9 months. He's had to fuck his fist.
Oh. Perhaps I don't care. I'm too tired.
Yeah, I don't care. You can fuck your fist or whatever, or just. Do you ever say, "Well, go bother some other woman"? Don't.
No.
No,
I won't tell him that.
No, because you're supposed to stay right here and suffer. No pussy, no mushy, no sex, no nothing.
It's not nothing. He has a nice family.
Nice family, no pussy, you know, dirty house, screaming at him. Oh my God, no wonder he criticizes.
I have good reason to scream at him.
Well, all right, you know what a lot of screaming wives find to their surprise? That they have screamed their husband right in between some other woman's legs.
Come on, I never thought about that.
Well, you will now.
Yeah, now that you told me.
Every time
Thank you.
You start screaming that, right, yeah, okay, oh, I can get, you know. One guy said, nag, nag, nag to his girlfriend. He said, if I wanted you to nag at me this much, I would have married you. See, that's what I'm guys nagging and marriage go together, yeah. Yeah.
Even before we married, we had a lot of discussions.
Yes. Arguments. Quarrels.
Arguments, yeah.
And then you did use sex, withholding of sex as the big punishment for them. Most women do.
Well, but...
very normal, feminine, female woman.
Now I have one problem more.
What's that?
Yeah, with the other girl.
Well, what other girl? Well,
yeah.
It's just an idea yet. You know, a lot of guys, I mean, how long do you think he can go without mushy?
I don't know. He's 10 years older than me. Perhaps he doesn't need it so.
Well, 42. Maybe he's just his nuts have just dried up or something. His eggs are all shriveled, hard boiled, like some of those stone eggs that archaeologists unearthed from excavations. God damn it! This is a guy that didn't get any mushy. Perfectly preserved in stone. It just turned to stone. Yeah.
And what about my feelings?
What feelings? You don't.
Yeah, I have a lot of feelings.
Come on, you don't miss sex. Frustration.
Yeah.
Not sexual frustration.
Well, it would be nice to have sex again.
Well, don't let him know. He'll just get arrogant. You didn't really kind of look at him sometime. You think, oh, he's not so bad. I remember sometimes it was sort of nice. Huh? Did you ever think or feel that?
I never have the time.
No. And if I had the time and I weren't so exhausted, I'd think of doing things to him that would really raise his eyebrows. Yeah.
We never have time together, We don't have a babysitter. My parents live far away. Mm-hmm. His parents are dead. And
don't have a babysitter. What do you think? The kid's going to crawl out of his crib and come in there and peek over the edge of the bed and watch? What are you doing here? Where he talked? 9 months old.
Can't talk with 9 months.
Yeah, well, shut up, your father's doing it to me. Yeah, Lord.
Yeah, but We don't have a lot in common.
Okay, so why, if you don't have a lot in common, what the hell does where the hell does he get the idea that you ought to, to play hide the weenie, you know what I mean? The old in and out. Tell him.
Perhaps he doesn't think of it anymore. We have so many
Maybe he's
bad,
maybe he's getting it at work
vibrations.
with one of the secretaries or whatever,
Oh, come on.
Come on, what do you mean? You come on. I mean, you don't come on, but I mean, yeah.
I don't want to think about this.
I know, but once some of these ideas get into a woman's head, they just go around and around and around.
Now they go around.
Well,
and
yeah,
around.
you would start to wonder, which one did he talk about last? What?
He doesn't talk about his business.
He does. Oh, that's another sign.
He's so,
a lot of women say.
He doesn't talk a lot.
Yeah, that's another sign. Some women say he never mentions one woman in his office. Oh yeah, yeah. These are telltale signs.
He doesn't. He's
Well,
so
hey,
occupied.
Maybe
with the kid also, like me.
his schwanz fell off. His
Doesn't go
eggs
so
have turned to stone. What?
So fast his schwanz won't fall off.
I don't know. I mean, that you could go without sex for the rest of your life, right? Now that you have laid the big egg.
But I'm unhappy.
Well, I know, but not because you miss sex. It's just kind of, you just
I
wish
need
he would...
sympathy from him. And
Sympathy?
Yeah, and a little compliment from time to... And he knows it exactly. He learned it in the couple therapy that he has to take me in his arms when I'm sad and just make blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, pat you in the back.
Why don't you do it like that? Why don't you have to organize it better? You have to do this, and
he's gonna try
make
to
a plan.
anger you into being, nice, lovey-dovey, and da-da-da, or order you into it, or,
Yeah, I don't want his
Well, maybe he's
dumb advices.
Well, maybe he feels, if you kept this house clean, then I might think of, you. Well, he might, you.
I can do what I want. It's not good enough.
Well, all right, maybe the way you did it, between the sheets wasn't good enough either, and so he's not really missing it. That's another alternative.
But this is another subject.
How well you did it.
The cleaning and the...
Oh, I wasn't thinking clean, I was thinking the other, cleaning his tubes. Well, that's what men say. I need my ashes hauled. That's what they say.
What?
Ashes hauled. They used to haul ashes out of the house, from putting coal in the furnace and and to haul the ashes out. I need my ashes hauled. They had all kinds of expressions like this. Mm-hmm. So maybe maybe that is your intercourse now. Yakety, 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 yeah.
It looks like.
Yeah. Well, this is a way for many people, arguments and fights really have taken the place of, these little bedroom moans and spots on the sheets. And you have to sleep in the wet spot this time, honey. I did the last time. These little kind of things. Okay, now you got your fights.
It's depressing.
Well, but they're memories,
I'm desperate.
Well, but, don't tell him this. He'll just take advantage of you. Come here. Well, I'm sorry you're feeling this way. You just come right here.
That's what he doesn't do. He
I
knows
know, but
exactly
he
should do it.
He should do it, but if you were less, and more, I just miss you, and I feel so lonely, and I need a little pat on the back and a little huggy, kissy, facey. Well, hey, a lot of guys know how to do that.
Not he.
Well, he could if he didn't feel like, God, if I get close to her and try to kiss her, she'll bite my ear off.
If he would be nice and a little bit
Well, tell him, you have to start being nice.
I told him exactly like that.
And did he say, oh, I'm sorry, I'll be
He
nice?
said, yes, it's very logical. I read it. I heard it from the couple therapy.
Yeah, now, could
that
you
I
say
have
that
to
once
do it
again?
From time to time.
Yeah, I have to do it from time to time, whether I want to be nice to you or not. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, hey. Well, maybe he's just saying, who the hell wants to be nice to a harridan like her? Harridan, that's type of woman.
Do you think that I make the impression of...
No, but you know the way husbands can distort these things.
Yeah.
He may think,
That's terrible.
well, that's what he married.
Okay, 20 minutes.